Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Gemini for the month of November 2009. And this also applies if you have a Gemini ascendant. So Gemini, for you, Saturn changed sign at the end of October, and Saturn now takes 3 years in Libra. And this is going to be in your fifth house of pleasure, of love affairs, of children. So what could this mean? Well, this means very certainly for those of you with children, this is really time to put some serious structures into their lives, to make things more clear for them, to really maybe even push them a little in a direction. Don't allow them to be too free. They need that direction from you, Gemini. For those of you that work with children, this is time to be very clear, to give them structures. It's not the time to be loose and airy-fairy. Also, with Saturn in this fifth house for you, this is the time to look at your own creativity, Gemini. And boy, you're so creative and so intelligent. But it's time to look at ways that you can practically bring that creativity down to earth. Ways in which you can actually make real your creative talents. So if you're good at acting, if you're good at art, if you're good at music, whatever it is that you do creatively, make it tangible. Do something about it. Because during this transit of Saturn, this is an opportunity for you to work to hone your creative skills. And these could also be in a business. This could also be for those of you that have a business. If you're an entrepreneur, you may find that your business changes considerably during this transit. You may find that certain areas are really blocked off to you now. You may feel as though things have changed so much, you have to end your dealings in that particular business, and you really need to work at some ground rules for creating something brand new for yourself in business, but particularly some brand new shoots, some seeds that you plant for the future, for your creativity, for your hobbies, for your pleasures. It's about looking at what really gives you pleasure and really taking the time to enjoy during this transit of Saturn. And you may find that it comes slowly and you may have to work hard for it. And you may get a little bit bored with it sometimes. Gemini, I know you get so easily bored, you need variety. But really, try to stick with it. Because with Saturn in that fifth house, you will reap the rewards over time if you're willing to put the energy and time in. So now that's the bigger picture. Now let's look at November more precisely. So for much of the month, we've got 3 planets in your 6th house of work. There's going to be a lot of focus this month on your work for you, Gemini. Are you enjoying your work? There'll be the spotlight on the work. There may even be some new opportunities in work. Also maybe a good time to communicate in your work area, particularly for the first couple of weeks. Anything that's been bothering you, anything that needs to be said with Mercury in that 6th house, this is a very good time to vocalize, to verbalize things that have been sitting that maybe you haven't wanted to talk about. Good time to bring them out into the open and to share them. And you will be heard. Now, for better or for worse, at least you will get it off your chest and you're going to feel a whole lot better for that. Then, for the last couple of weeks of the month, we have Sun and Mercury in your 7th house. So Gemini, there'll be a shift there for you into your one-on-one relationships. You'll need to look at these relationships. Maybe enjoy yourself a little more in these relationships. If you're not in a relationship with the Sun and Mercury there, you may very well find you meet somebody who's on your wavelength, particularly mentally. So good time for that this month. We've got Mars in your 3rd house, Gemini, for all of the month, which you're really going to enjoy. This is going to be a time of studying, learning something new, great time to socialise, to go out with friends, to meet up with neighbours. There's going to be a lot of activity in your environment, in your close environment. There'll be a lot going on. You'll be able to put a lot of energy into it and really enjoy it and really be the individual that you are and pass on messages and share information. I see that as being very positive for you Geminis, and particularly those of you who are studying anything. The studying will come easily, the learning will come more easily, and you'll find that you'll accomplish a whole lot more than you have done in a long time. We've got Pluto in your 8th, so it's still a time to unearth anything to do with finances, to make sure you've got that on an even keel, to make sure that you know what's going on with your finances, to make sure you keep abreast with any changes to do with insurance, to do with taxation, to do with anything. Keep abreast of the laws and keep yourself apprised and to know what the changes are that's going on that affect you in your financial situation on a personal level. Uranus in your 10th. Still, many of you are looking for some change in your work area, and I think that it's going to come probably suddenly for you. If it hasn't already happened suddenly, there are going to be some sudden changes for many of you Geminis. So there you have it. Big focus on your creativity coming up for the next 3 years. This month, work, also your health. Make sure you look at your health. If anything needs checking out, get it checked out. And also look at the routines that you've got. Are they serving you, or maybe do they need to change? For those of you that like some more personal information about your own charts, well, take a look at my website, and I offer various kinds of readings, and I wish you a great month, and I thank you for listening. Bye for now.